Oh, I hit the wrong thing. What I do? Oh, okay. What's up? Oh Lord, what am I doing? Hey y'all, I'm tripping. I'm all discombobulated. Hey everybody. Hey, hey, hey. How you guys doing? Let me say hi to the people, and we're gonna jump into the things of the things of the things, honey. Um, come on in, take a seat, you guys. Come on in, take a seat. Hey, Corey, Amber, Cora, Yana, what's going on? Hey, Colton. Hey, Rainy Bow. I lost it. Oh, hey, what's up, nephew? Hey, Chef Don Don, what's going on? Hey, Brittany. Hey, Cali girl. Hey, Danny, what's going on? Hey, Nikki B, what's good? What's good? What's good in the hood? Okay, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Let's get into the things of the things. If you guys come in, please hit that like button or dislike button. But can you just engage with us? Couple of a quick announcements, and we're gonna get into what we want to talk about today. My first announcement is: do not forget that the Whether You Like It or Not panel is back in 2 weeks. We got the first few minutes of the new season of the Real Housewives of Potomac. It looks like we're gonna be starting off talking about Juan and the affair and all that good stuff, child. But we will be back. And you guys know we rotate channels, but we will be starting off on Scotty by Nature's channel. Okay, that is the first announcement. The second announcement: do not forget Black Cake, BLACKCAKE, Black Cake. The novel, we will be discussing it over on my reading channel called Reading with Really B, and then we will be reviewing the miniseries that is coming on Hulu. And I keep saying November 11th. It is on November. It starts November the 1st. So it starts. What day is November the 1st? Is that Monday? Is November the 1st a Monday? But it starts on November the 1st. Now, usually with Hulu's, the way Hulu does their shows for their series, they usually drop like the first 3 episodes, and then they do it once a week after that. So y'all know I ain't gonna review 3 episodes in one day. So if they drop multiple episodes on November the 1st, then I'll do the first episode. I'll do the first one on November the 1st, and then we'll do it. We'll do it from there. Somebody keep telling me about the Fall of the House of Usher. I haven't looked at it yet, but anybody here watch that Fall of the House of Usher? Wednesday. Okay, so next Wednesday. Okay, cool. Thanks, Danny. Thanks. You gotta coordinate the all red everything. Thank you, boo. I got my red lips and my red shirt. I even got on red shorts, child. I went to the gym today. I haven't been in the gym in a couple of weeks, child. I have fallen off a little bit because work has just been killing me, and I just haven't had time. And then y'all know the last couple of weekends I've been traveling, so I went back. I'm back in the gym today. Back in the gym. It's on Netflix. My bad, y'all. It's not Hulu. It's Netflix. Okay, when y'all know Netflix, I thought it's Hulu. It's Hulu, Xavier. I know that it's Hulu. It's Hulu. Oh, House of Usher. You talking about the Fall of the House of Usher? It's on Netflix. Yeah, that's on Netflix. Oh, it's based on the Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, I know that story. Okay. It's okay. It's good. Hair popping, child. Thank you, Cali girl. But my hair need to be done, honey. This is almost a 2-week-old hairdo, honey. I gotta get myself down to Friday is hair day, and it's time for these too. It's nail it's nail and hair week, honey. We can get them things done, honey. Y'all know how we do over here. What am I looking for? Oh, right in my daggone face. All right. Each episode is based on Poe's poem. It depicts the family destroying itself. Okay, I remember the Fall of the House of Usher. I love Edgar Allan Poe. He's actually one of my favorite. I don't want to say old writers, but old writers. He's actually one of my favorites. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm not saying I'm gonna review it, so don't nobody be like, "Really, B, you didn't." I'm just saying I'm gonna check it out, and if I like what I see, then I might talk about it. Okay. All right. Cause listen, it's been a little dry like these last 2 months. It ain't really been a lot going on, but baby, it's about to heat up. We have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills starting tomorrow. We still have Salt Lake City. We have Real Housewives of Miami starting next month. Real Housewives of Potomac starting next month. Married to Medicine starting next month. Something else is starting next month that I think I review. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's something else. We have Kiki Y, which y'all actually, enjoying my Kiki Y reviews. My first review, my numbers were really good. So I'm gonna keep talking about Kiki Child. Y'all know how we do. As long as y'all watching the reviews, baby, we'll keep talking about it. All right, let's get into the things. Now, listen, I go to work and y'all act a fool, okay? I go to work and y'all be cutting up. Now, Bell Collective, thank you. I knew it was something else. Thank you, Xavier, Bell Collective. So we are going to be busy this holiday season. We are going to be busy this holiday season, okay? So it's going to start heating up this week, really, because like I said, Beverly Hills starts tomorrow night. We still have Salt Lake City happening, and then baby, next week is going to be on and popping. Next week, on and popping. Okay. First of all, I need to start off. Y'all know we give Love and Marriage DC Child. Y'all got to ask Carlos. I don't know what the hell happened to it. They filmed the reunion in August. So what? Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to move forward. I feel like Carlos gave up on the show. I feel like he gave up on the show. He's going to finish up this season. And that's going to be a wrap for DC. I think that Carlos really thought that having Monique as the anchor was going to be what catapulted the show. And Monique did have a fan base. I know some people loved Monique and some people love to hate Monique. So it did bring a fan base, but Monique not coming back to the show. I didn't feel like, I thought that the storylines were pretty good this season. I mean, we have Ashley and Winter genuinely becoming friends. We had the whole thing with Joy and the fake wedding. Like, I feel like there was something there, but they just stopped. I mean, they did their mid-season hiatus and they never came back. I do think that there's some real life strife going on with the cast. And what I mean by that is, on all reality shows, you have splits and you have this crew and over there and that crew over there. But I think that I almost feel like I can say I know for certain that Ashley ain't fucking with them no more. She's done. She's over it. And even if the show comes back, I do not think Ashley's coming back. She said on her Twitter, and I was going to reach out to her. I just haven't. I was going to reach out to her about doing another interview. I interviewed her at the beginning of last season. So I was going to reach out to her. I know she did an interview with Millie Chan. Either coming up or she did it recently. But I feel like Carlos is giving up on the show, but I don't think it's because of ratings. I think he just can't get the cast in check. I don't think he can get, and when I say in check, I mean, he said himself, when Love and Marriage Huntsville, when they started getting a little too out of hand, as far as I'm not filming with that person, and he didn't feel like people were being authentic. He said he flew down to Huntsville and he had a meeting and they were in there all day long, like, we're going to work this shit out because we got a show to produce. He said he had to do the same thing with Bell Collective. He said when his producers were telling him that Bell Collective, that Bell Collective wasn't doing, they weren't giving, that he said he flew down to Jackson and was like, what's up? Let's go. I don't think he could do that with DC. Let me tell y'all something. And I'm not saying that just because DC my city, but I'm telling y'all something. Ain't nobody, like, Carlos can't check nobody here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it that that's your boss, right? Technically, Carlos is their boss. But at the end of the day, you're going to get what they're going to give you. Ashley ain't going to bow down to you. Urena and Jamie, they are not going to bow down to you. And those are the three main. Joy, hell, Clifton barely filmed the first half of the season. And I know he had surgery and that kind of thing. But I just think, you think it was a network issue? I don't know. I just think, I think there's something with the chemistry. That's just my opinion. I don't know any of that to be a fact. I have not talked to anybody. I know people that know people on the show. Like, I'm like 1 degree of separation, but I haven't tried to like call in any favors and be like, hey girl, what's going on? Because to be real about it, I could go straight to Ashley. Ashley will tell me because Ashley really is on that I don't care no more. She really doesn't care. What she did say on her, like I said, what she did say on her Twitter was that the second half of the season was edited for her to be the villain. And at the reunion, they basically teamed up on her. She said at the reunion, it was the Taylors and Joy and Clifton basically against her and Winter. And that's pretty much how it went down at the reunion. And she just said she was over it. She's done. Like, she filmed the reunion and she's done. So that's another reason why I want to reach out to her, because I think she might give us the tea, because I think she just don't care. And that's just how I feel about it. But I don't know that to be a fact. That is just my opinion. And I don't think that they'll recast anybody. I think it'll just move on. Hey, El Michelle. Hey, Cash Apps and BS. How you guys doing? That's just my opinion. And I don't know that to be a fact. But that's my opinion. I know that Love and Marriage Detroit has already, I know they've been renewed. I don't know if they've started filming already, but I know that they are going to get a season 2. So that's it. So I don't know. But everybody keeps asking. And even if you go to Urana and Jamie, they're like, yeah, we don't know either. So I think they're in the dark, because let's be clear, they filmed it. Remember, we left off at the Christmas party, at the fight at the Christmas party is where we left off at the mid-season. We at Christmas again. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're back at Christmas season. So, I don't know. I think, in my opinion, I think Carlos was able to sell the show because of Monique. And I think when Monique left, I just think that threw stuff off. Not saying that the show is worse or better. I'm just saying that it threw some things off. That's just my opinion. I don't know that to be a fact. Bell Collective comes back next month. It comes back in November. Yeah, so anyway, so that's what's going on with that, child. And I mean, I guess I ain't say nothing, but I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. All right. Now I know that y'all give my boo thing Xavier a hard time. Y'all be giving Xavier a hard time. I give Xavier a hard time because Xavier, sometimes he could be a little harsh. Sometimes he could be a little harsh. But Xavier told us yesterday when we was talking about the Riri situation, and we was talking about Riri going on tour and Riri doing an album, and Xavier said, don't let them people get y'all hyped up. Riri ain't doing shit. Now that's what Xavier had told us on yesterday. That's what Xavier had told us on yesterday. Xavier said, don't let them people get y'all excited. Rihanna ain't going on no tour. Rihanna ain't giving us no music. We've been waiting for 8 years. And I said, I said, nah, Xavier, I think Riri gonna do it this time. Now, I told y'all yesterday, I think it's gonna be her last one. But I said, I think she gonna do it, y'all. Child, come to find out today, they said that was fake news. Okay? And when I say they, I'm just talking about the people down to the shade room, okay? They said that was fake news. They said that Rihanna has not finalized anything with Live Nation. Now let me tell y'all what in my opinion. A lot of times that they do that, a lot of times that happens. Can y'all hear me? The mic, I don't know how the mic got so far back. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. I feel like I'm yelling. Hold on. She's sitting at home raising them babies, okay? But I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. I think she is in negotiation. Y'all know how people be getting ahead. Like when everybody said that Tyler Perry bought BET when he was really just in negotiations. But I think everybody just felt like it was just a foregone conclusion that he would get BET, that, they just was dropping the T. I also feel like with Rihanna, people want it so bad. And we're in a society where everybody has to be first. Everybody has to be first, So do I think that Rihanna is in negotiations to do it? Yes. Do I think that Rihanna has recorded an album? Yes. When it's going to drop and if she's going on tour, that's another conversation. But I told y'all, and I still stick by what I said. I think that was the goal, or that was the plan when she did the Super Bowl, because let's be clear, that's what you're supposed to do. You do the Super Bowl for free so that you can kick off other things. And I do think that was supposed to be her comeback. And then she got pregnant. So I do believe that there have been conversations. I just don't think anything has been finalized. But I think there have been conversations. You're gonna stop calling Fenty Beauty Avon. And y'all know I sell Avon, so that ain't no shade. What's up, Star? That ain't no shade. I'm just saying you're gonna stop calling Fenty Beauty Avon, little baby. Now. Okay. Remember they did that to get the fans and Navy squad in the uproar, so it's probably in communication, but nothing. Yeah, I think they're talking about it. I do think it's in negotiation. Now that I believe. I don't believe that came out of nowhere. I don't believe that somebody just said, "Hey, let me just make this whole story up." I just think nothing has been finalized. And that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Just like we know now that Tyler Perry was in negotiation with BET, it just didn't work out. What's up, Star? All my stars in the building, shining bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. All right. I don't think she needed the Super Bowl to make a comeback. Fans have been asking for more music for years. Has she announced the tour? No. I don't think she needed to do the Super Bowl. I think she was going to use it as her catapult. Look at that. Look at all my stars dropping down. What's up, Tanya? Girl, you was looking good. Tanya, you was looking good, girl. I saw you. Mamas, them shoes. Those shoes, mamas. Yes, honey. Yes, look at all my stars dropping down. Hey. Yeah, I don't think she definitely did not need the Super Bowl. But it's never a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the highest rated show of the year. It's never a bad thing. So anyway. Okay. But I just had to, y'all know me. I don't have no problem coming down here telling people when they was right. And Xavier told us yesterday, don't get ourselves excitable. He told us yesterday, don't get ourselves excitable, honey. He tried to tell us. Okay, Riri. Okay, that was Riri. Now listen. Yesterday, I had I was going to talk a little bit about some Bravo news, had a little Bravo tea. It's not that deep, so I'm just gonna throw the little tidbits out. Child, they said that the Real Housewives of New Jersey, they said this season is so bad. They said this season is so bad that they have canceled the group trip, the second group trip. They said they canceled it, child. First, they had downgraded the trip. They wasn't gonna leave the country. They was just gonna go somewhere local. Okay. And this is allegedly, y'all. This is all allegedly. They said now Bravo did cancel the trip altogether. Like, we just gonna wrap the season up. We just gonna wrap it up. Now, for those of you who watch Housewives, you know that they usually take 2 trips. The first one generally is something local. It's generally something, when I say local, I mean stateside. Generally. And then the second trip is usually something a little more extravagant, little something out the country. We know minus, the COVID years. Minus the COVID years. Those don't count. But they already took their first trip. I forgot where they went for the first, was it Vegas? Didn't they go to Vegas? I think it was it Vegas they went the first time early on in the season, and they were supposed to go out the country, and it was downgraded. And now, allegedly, rumor has it that it's been canceled altogether. They canceled because the cast can't get along, or Bravo doesn't want to further invest in them. Probably a little bit of both. We know that there was that altercation that happened a couple of weeks ago. Between Danielle and Jennifer Aiden. It's probably a combination. Maybe they just can't Maybe they just don't trust for them to be out of the country for an extended period of time and film together without something maybe happening. Maybe they just don't trust it. I don't know. The fact that they were going to downgrade it, but they were still going to give them a trip, tell me that maybe they weren't comfortable with them going out the country. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that's the rumor. And I saw that on, I think, Bravo and Cocktails or something like that. One of the Bravo Instagram accounts that I follow. It said, allegedly, child, they done canceled the whole damn final trip. Hey, Ravine, what's up, my love? And basically was like, listen, what was I getting ready to do? I hate when I get ready to do something, I forget what it was I was getting ready to do. I heard also because Teresa has refused to film with Melissa all season. Well, listen, let me say this, Brandy. I believe it, and Teresa told y'all that. Teresa told y'all that. And I believe it. And see, Teresa also is trying to, you know, Teresa really wanted Melissa fired. And when Bravo wouldn't fire Melissa, I think Teresa was like, okay, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. I think Bravo probably gambled on Teresa giving them something with Melissa. And they didn't get it. They didn't get it. I think they thought that they would wear it. Maybe, you know, if you create enough group situations where they have to be around each other, eventually there'll be something. And Teresa was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, but that's what they said. That's what I had heard. Now the rumor had, so listen, D House of D said throw the whole franchise away. Y'all, I think we're getting slow. I think we're getting closer and closer to either that or them just giving us totally new cities where at least the storylines might be the same, but the people are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not see nothing new because at the end of the day, how many times can you tell the same story over and over again? However, we may get new people. Like, you know that the rumor was that they were testing New Orleans. Rumor has it that they might be bringing Dallas back. You know, they've been successful with bringing Miami back. They might be ready to look into bringing Dallas back. I don't know. But I think we have a better chance of just getting new cities versus them throwing the whole franchise. Like, they're not ready. Listen, the franchise is still making way too much money. I mean, look at BravoCon. Look at the tickets for BravoCon. The tickets for BravoCon are in the thousands. People are flying to Vegas in droves. What is it, next week or the week after next for BravoCon? The franchise is still making way too much money. Way too much money. Chicago will be a good one. Chicago will be a good city. I think finding cities where people don't see or we don't automatically think of the wealth or different types of wealth. You know, like, for example, like in Boston, you're going to get a lot of old money. You know what I mean? Versus Chicago. Versus Tennessee. Nashville. Versus a New Orleans. You know, wealth looks different in these different places. So I think that we could probably look at some new cities, and maybe phase out the older cities. I don't know. I want to go to BravoCon too, but baby, them tickets are ridiculous. Like, they're crazy. And they sell out fast. So not only are they expensive, you better have their money when they gonna drop the tickets. Like, I remember this year they only gave people a couple of days. Like, they were like, oh, tickets go on sale Friday or Thursday or something. I think it was like a week maybe. And I mean, a week might sound like a long time, but when the tickets are starting in the hundreds, you gotta get people, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give people time to get their coins together. Old money would do a franchise. The kids would. The kids would. The adults won't. Like, so you would get a young cast. You wouldn't get, like, so for example, if you did Boston, you wouldn't get an old cast. No way, shape, or form. You would get a Southern Charm type cast. You know what I'm saying? Like a Southern Charm type cast. You wouldn't get their parents or their grandparents. And to be real, you might not even get, you might get the black sheeps of the family, which, I mean, those are the ones you want anyway. You want the ones that don't care about the family name and the reputation and, you know, putting on airs. You want the ones that, you know, will jump off the side of a yacht naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but yeah, I think, and that's why when you look at Southern Charm, that's kind of what you got with Southern Charm down in Savannah. Yeah. So I don't know. Looking into different cities might be the better, and just phasing out the current franchises, because like Atlanta, I just think Atlanta, honestly, I don't know if there is a prescription for Atlanta. We've talked about it ad nauseum. You know, I think every blogger that covers Atlanta has talked about Atlanta ad nauseum. And it's just, other than throwing it out and getting a whole new cast, I just don't know what we can do with it. I just don't know what we can do with it. So anyway, there's that, child. So that's my New Jersey information. Listen, Erica Mena did an interview with Carlos King, and I tried to watch it because I said, well, let me see if she talk about anything interesting that I can bring down to the tribe. Listen, y'all. I'm about 30 minutes in, and I am really struggling. I am struggling to finish it. She, I, I like Southern Child Nola too. I hated that it didn't come back. Yeah, I just, I don't, I the short version of the story, and I kind of felt bad, right? Because in the first part of the interview, Erica is talking about her childhood. I mean, her mama was in jail when she was born. She was in foster care. You know, her sister was taking care of her. She got molested. Her mother finally got out of jail and finally, you know, got married and life was good. And the whole time I'm listening to this horrible childhood, and I didn't care. I just didn't care. And I said, you know what? I just don't know if this is, I didn't care. What's up, another round? What's up, boo? I Oh, another round said, why she only see 54 likes in the chat when there's 150 of y'all in here? Get them! I know y'all better hit that like button, please, and thank you. Do you watch Ready to Love with the lady from Southern Charm? I don't. I don't, El Michelle. I think this last season of Ready to Love, I was just so bored with it. I wasn't even excited about watching it, even though I like my girl from Nola. I just was not excited, and so I didn't watch it. Even last week with the whole Zadia Sharif thing, in my opinion, Zadia was a mean girl in her season. Sharif was a mean girl in her season. So I wasn't interested in seeing the two mean girls fight. Like I had, again, I didn't care. You know what I mean? Like I didn't care. So right, like I mean, I'm sorry that happened to her. I mean, I certainly would never wish that childhood on anybody, but it didn't make me want to hear the rest of her story. Like I did not care. And then I felt like I caught her in a lie. You know, when my interest level is already at a 1, and then I feel like I caught you in a lie, and it might not have been a lie, but in my mind it was a lie. And I'm gonna tell you what it was, and then we're gonna move on. She said that she started going on auditions like when she was a teenager. She started reading not backstory, backstage. Backstory was a whole nother it was a whole nother conversation. But backstage, and she started going on these auditions, and she would cut school once a week. Thank you, Edwina. She would cut school once a week, and she would go on these auditions, and she said, I was just going by myself and my mom didn't even know. And then I started booking all these jobs and I was doing videos and I was modeling and I was doing this and I was doing that. And my mom was never there. She would come along every once in a while and cheer me on, but I was doing it by myself. I mean, I didn't even have management. And I'm just, in my mind, all I'm thinking is either you're lying or you falsified information, because there's no way in the world that you were going on auditions as a minor with no agent and no parent. There's no way in the world you were booking jobs and getting paid without your mama or some sort of an agent signing off on paperwork. You were a minor. Now, maybe she just didn't give us that detail. Maybe her mom signed off on the paperwork, but she made it seem like she was just out there in the New York streets by herself going on these damn auditions. And I'm like, ma'am, that is not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You don't get to just go into an audition, much less get the job, and you don't have no adult with you. That's not how this works. That's not how any of that works. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all put it in the chat and tell me I'm wrong. Because, I wasn't a child model. I wasn't a child, I wasn't doing videos and stuff. So maybe maybe they was getting away with it. I don't know. Maybe they was getting paid under the table and they didn't care that she was 15, looking like she was 18. Or maybe she was just lying about her age. But it just made me be like, yeah, I don't care. It was too obvious that it was a redemption interview. She'll be on a Carlos King production at 54321. Also, she just so happened to be the cousin to David Allen Greer's wife. Yeah, I saw that too. I peeped that she dropped that one. And let me say this and then I'm done with it. Also, I've said this before. I hate how Carlos King interviews because he is so biased. He is so biased. It was clear from the word go what this interview was. That this was going to be a softball interview, that he was setting her up, like you said, for redemption, to help her get her Tubi job back and all of this. She may have lied about, and that's what I said, our word. I said either she lied about her documentation or she lied about it happening. Maybe she lied about her age, or maybe they promised her a role for something in exchange. Well, maybe. And that's why I said either one of those two things. Either she lied about her age and had fake documents, which we know is valid. I mean, it was New York. I mean, any major city, well, anywhere really, but certainly a major city, you can get fake documents. Either that or she was just lying, but I just wasn't vested enough. Hold on. Ain't no way my sister and I were auditioning as children for things and always needed a parent or guardian. That's what I thought. Really, B, did you watch the Supreme Team doc yet? The conversation just jogged my memory. I didn't, and I know you told me about that before, Laura, and I forgot. I ain't even gonna tell you no lies, girl. Where's that again? Is that on HBO? Supreme Team? I think I pulled it up one time and I never watched it. You see, I'm writing it down again. Y'all know. Was it on HBO? Lauren, tell me where to find it again, babe. And I apologize. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have not read it. I mean, I have not watched it. But anyway, so I really haven't seen a lot of people talking about that interview. I mean, it's got good views. I mean, it has over 100,000 views already. But I haven't seen like sound bites or a bunch of bloggers dropping a lot of information. So I feel like it's just not a lot there. No, girl, I feel the same way. And again, it ain't nothing personal, but Carlos, his interviews are they're not critical. He's not critical. He only interviews people that he's interested in being nice of. Being nice to. Her sister was taking care of her till her mom got out of jail. I forgot how old she was when her mom got out of jail, but her mom got out of jail and then she went to go live with her mom. And I forgot how old she was, because again, but she was in her teens. I mean, she lived with her mom through her teenage years, Anyway, child, I might push myself to finish watching it, but girl. All right. So that's Erica Mena. All right. Let me get to my. Oh, it was all black. It wasn't Tubi. Tubi all black. Tomato, child. It's the same shit. All right, y'all. Did Carlos ask her about her fate? I didn't even get to listen. When I stopped listening, that's when she was still doing she was talking about her first baby daddy and her son, having her first son. We about to get to that, Cali girl. We ain't got there yet. Cali girl, you always be moving faster than me, girl. You always be moving faster than me, Cali girl. She in the title. Cali girl is in the title. We gonna talk about it. Y'all be coming in here. Y'all be moving so fast. Y'all be moving so fast, honey. Now, this was posted today. Tiny is asking her followers to raise $60,000 for a celebrity bodyguard who was sentenced to 1 year in jail in Dubai for protecting Trey Songz. In the Daily Mail, it was reported that U.S. bodyguard working for Trey Songz is sentenced to a year in jail in Dubai after he stepped in to protect the R&B star from being attacked. I got a couple of things to say about this. First of all, yeah, Tiny of Escape, honey. First of all, y'all are going. Before I even go there, because let me say this. First of all, Tiny, ma'am, can you just write a check? Girl, Tiny, I have seen you wear $60,000 on your body. From your hair to your makeup artist to your outfit to your purse to your shoes to your nails. Ma'am, I have seen you wear $60,000. So number one, can you just write them a damn check? Number two, what is the $60,000 for? Because if he was sentenced to a year in jail, what is this? He already been sentenced. What am I giving $60,000 to? I mean, is that for his appeal? I'm just confusion. I'm confusion. You are coming down here to ask us to what? Cash app you? Like, what are we supposed to donate this $60,000? Is it a crowd fund? I mean, did you do a GoFundMe? Where are we supposed to be sending this $60,000 to, Tiny? And what is it for? If the man has already been sentenced, is it a bribe? Is it to pay for a lawyer that specializes in this in international law? Like, what is it for, ma'am? And third of all, if you think, well, that's second of all, I said I'm gonna come back around to the first one. But if you think that I am getting ready to give a penny of my hard-earned money to anything connected to Trey Songz, baby, I got a bridge in Dubai to sell you. Okay? Trey Songz, what? Trey Songz, who? What's up, Angela? I know you spoke earlier, baby. I didn't know if I had spoke to you or not. What? I mean, there's so many things wrong in this conversation. The fact that one, you coming down here asking us for $60,000 when I know, or at least I shouldn't say I know because I don't know nobody's pockets, but I feel like you get more than that doing an escape show on a weekend. That's number one. Number two, what is the money going towards? Where's that money going, ma'am? Number three, I'm not giving shit for Trey Songz. I'll give that money to Trey Songz' alleged victims. And why Trey Songz ain't helping out? He ain't got 5 on it. It's his bodyguard. Shit. Right, see, Golden, how we get into this? Listen, take me out the group chat. How I get in this? Y'all be on some, when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about them other people. I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all be really on some bull. What in the entire make you think I'm about to give anything to anybody dealing with anything dealing with Trey Songz? I wish I would. Tracy said there's 148 people in the chat and there's only 81 likes, and it is clearly Angela's fault. See, Golden say I'm gonna have to ask you to respect that privacy at this difficult time. I am not doing this with you. Hey, Cali girl. She said, I love you so much. I love you too. Okay, so either he has to pay the $60,000 or spend a year in jail. Well, he better get some ramen noodles together. I don't know what to tell him. Because if your boss can't help you, and Tiny, who clearly make more money than I make, can't help you, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't even know you, sir. Listen, I got people that I know in real life in jail, and I can't put nothing on their books. I'm just saying. I can't do nothing for you. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Right, Angela said, get them lights up and get Tracy off my neck. Right, I can't do that for y'all. Listen, I'll add to it before I take away. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I'll add to it before I take it away. I'm just telling you what I know, okay? I'm just telling you what I know. Now, listen, speaking of people that need to go to jail, listen, let me tell y'all something. That Crime Stoppers down to the Huntsville don't be playing with y'all. First, we found out, now this for my love and marriage Huntsville people. You know I don't watch the show, but I still be paying attention, right? First we found out that Kiki was down to the Home Depot stealing. Okay. And she was down to the Crime Stoppers, down to the Home Depot stealing. And then we found out that Destiny got warrants for forging documents. Now let me tell you something. Thank you, Southern Belle. Cali girl, I ain't trying to have you peel yourself, girl. Y'all, I don't understand. I'm confusion. Listen, Destiny allegedly got a warrant. Well, it ain't no allegedly. She was on Crime Stoppers and they was offering a reward. She got a warrant. That don't mean she's guilty. She just got a warrant. Okay, she has a warrant. They said that she falsified documentation and to get utilities. She forged her ex-husband's name on paperwork to get utilities. Let me tell you something. Of all the dumbass reasons to go to jail, that has got to rank in the top 3. What you in here for? Got the electric bill in my husband's name. The fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that forging documents in somebody's name is clearly against the law, but her husband got to be the pettiest of the petty. Because let's be clear, the electric company is not prosecuting her. The electric company did not go down and fill out paperwork and file charges against her. Because if the electric company took the time out to file charges on everybody that had an account in their cousin, uncle, brother's name, baby, not me, but we'd all be in jail. Where they do that at? So that has to be her ex-husband being petty as that went down to the police and said, my ex-wife got this bill in my name and I would like to press charges for fraud. That has got to be the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. Hey, Twinkie. And they had her on Crime Stoppers. Y'all don't have nothing better to do down to the Huntsville. That's the biggest crook y'all got, that she on Crime Stoppers on the television. Y'all, I saw that shit this morning over on Make It Make Sense. I said, what? I had to rewind it. I said, what? Her charges are what? She got the electric bill and her husband. What? And they actually go prosecute her. Y'all don't have to tell me. Y'all don't have to tell me. Y'all don't have to tell me. But if you want to tell me, you'll just put a 1 in the chat. I won't look. Put a 1 in the chat if you have ever put a bill in somebody else's name. Your child's name, an ex-boyfriend's name, a roommate in college name. Yeah. Just tell me. You ain't gotta just wink at me. Just wink at me. I said, what in the hell? Like I said, that's gotta be her husband, because listen, they ain't got time for all us crooks. And I'm wondering if that's like when the house that they lived in, he basically evicted her from that house. Thank you for being brave, Natty. Natty said, I'm just going to drop this good one. Thank you for being brave. Okay, somebody just dropped a wink. Okay, little baby winked at me. Tracy said, I had bills in my name before I was 18. I probably did too. I don't know that to be a fact. I don't want to lie on my parents, but I probably did. Okay, I ain't going to lie on my parents, but I probably did. I know my phone bill, when I first got my first my first phone in my apartment, I know my phone was in my mama's name because I had owed a bill from my dorm room. I know that. And my mama lived up here in DC and I was in Greensboro, North Carolina. Oh, you said you ain't wink. Correct said I did, but I know people. Below now. You know they will put you in jail for that. I ain't even gonna read that one out loud. They will put you in jail for that, girl. You know they be putting people in jail for that kind of stuff, child. But yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I said, okay, that's terrible that there's a warrant out for her, that like they really gonna press charges. But I said that had to be her petty ass husband. And I know a lot of people don't even like Destiny, but that's petty. That's real petty. And she's got a child. Like at the end of the day, she has a child. You know what I'm saying? Your child. She got your child. And you're gonna press charges against her for putting the electric bill in your name. I said that's petty. I just think that's petty. My parents changed the name on the cable bill every few years so they could get the discount. You know, that's a good one. Why is he considered petty, though? He's supposed. Well, Kimberly, I think that's petty, personally. That's just me. I feel like, you know, again, I clearly their relationship is contentious. Clearly, it was not an amicable divorce and it was a contentious situation. But I think that the mother of your child, she clearly is struggling. I think that's petty. That's just me. That's my opinion. I think that's petty to go and file charges against this woman for something like that. Now, if she stole from you, if she embezzled money out of your bank account, then that's another. But because she put the Pepco bill in your name, well, that's Pepco's the power company up here. Because she put the Pepco bill in your name and she forged the paperwork to do it. Again, is it technically wrong? Yeah, it's wrong. But I think it's petty. That's my opinion. My bills after leaving my parents were in my name, even when married. Even my mama knew better than to put anything in my name before I hit 18. Yeah, people do it all the time, honey. People all do it all the time. Now, Cali girl, now that's another conversation. You're right. Now, if she messed up his credit, you know what? Let me put a pin in that. Cali girl and Kimberlyn, let me put a pin in it, okay? I still think it's petty. However, let me put a pin in that. Let me put a caveat. Let me put a little caveat. If she messed up his credit, or you know, sometimes in order for you to get that money back, you have to file charges. Because that happened to me. Yeah, I told you about that happened to me. That somebody did that to me. I ain't gonna get into all the details again. But to make a long story short, I helped a friend out and I allowed them. I paid their Pepco bill for them. Their power had gotten cut off. They didn't have the money, and I paid it for them. And the way our Pepco system used to be set up, I don't know if it still is or not. Once you put your credit card information in, it can save it. It'll save it. And so a couple of months later, it didn't happen the very next month, but it happened like maybe 3 or 4 months later. I had this Pepco charge on coming out of my account for like $400, $4 or $5. Actually, I think it was more than that, but I know it was like $400 or $500. Long story short, the only way I would have been, Pepco credited me my money back. I did get my money back. However, if the other person had contested it, like if it had become a situation, I would have had to actually file charges. So I'm gonna put a caveat in that. I am gonna put a caveat in that, because if it were a situation where A, she messed up his credit, or B, he was trying to recoup his money, and because I know the bank will tell you that. The bank will say, listen, you have to press charges in order for recoup the money. You got to press charges against this person. So I'm going to put a caveat in that, y'all. Again, I still think it's petty, but we'll put an exemption, because I do know that there are different situations. So if she messed up his credit, then I understand. And or if there was a fraud situation and the bank said, listen, in order for you to get your money, you got to press charges. Then I'll put that on there. I'll put that on there. It was always said that he has A1 credit. It could have been the electricity for the Madani store, because it's said electric or something like that. Well, utility bills don't go on your credit. So that, now that I'm saying it out loud, utility bills don't go on your credit. So that wouldn't mess up his credit. But if he was trying to get, if there was something where he was trying to get that money, you know what I'm saying? Again, there's probably more to it. I'm just going off of the surface. Off the surface is petty, and I'm still by that. But when I get more information, then I will adjust my opinion. But I feel like if this was just a straight situation, if he has security, child, he run a chicken truck. He don't got no security clearance. But your credit score will affect you if you got a security clearance. Man, that is the truth. That is the truth. It will mess you up if you got security clearance. But yeah. So again, I'll put a caveat on there. But on the surface, you got a utility bill on your credit. I thought they said, I thought it was always told that utility bills are phone bills. I thought that didn't go on your credit. I guess I was wrong. I've never, knock on wood, I've never had that situation. Utility bills do hit your credit. Okay, I apologize that Tracy said it too. Okay, y'all know more than me. I thought it didn't, but I'm wrong. See, y'all know I can admit when I'm wrong. Oh, Lamont said he used the utility bills to boost his credit. Well, then I go back to what I say. If it messed up his credit, or if there was a situation where he had to press charges, they hit your credit report if you owe them. Oh, my bad, y'all. I take it back. I take all of it back. I ain't never had a utility bill on my credit, but I've never owed utility. Like, I've never abandoned a utility bill. You know what I mean? Like, I've been behind. I ain't gonna lie. I've been behind. Oh, it's new. Okay, see, I ain't crazy. That's some new stuff. Okay. Yeah, if it affected his credit, then I'm willing to adjust. But I still think it's petty to have her ass on Crime Stoppers. I mean, I still think it's petty if he did it out of spite, but I don't know why he did it. But I still think it's petty to have her ass on Crime Stoppers. Like, for real, y'all ain't got no bigger criminals down to the Huntsville. He works for NASA. Oh, yeah, well, child, if he worked for NASA, then yeah, that's another conversation. See, Kimberly, you done made me change my whole story. Kimberly said, why is it petty? Then you made me think about it. You and Callie girl, y'all made me think about it. And I'm going to change it. See, y'all made me adjust myself in real time. I'm going to change it. Because if he worked for NASA, it will affect his, it can affect his job. If it brought his credit score down, that's, a lot of people don't know, when you get these clearances, your credit score is part of your security clearance. I know he didn't put it on Crime Stoppers, Cali girl. I know that. I said I think it's petty that it was on crime. I know he don't have that kind of control. I'm saying I just think it was petty that it was put on Crime Stoppers. No, the chicken truck is his side business. He has a full-time job at NASA. And Kimberly in Huntsville, so that's why she's talking from her Huntsville. Like I said, I will say that. Now I know when you start talking about security clearances, I know people who have lost their job. They've lost their job because they lost their security clearance, and then they lost their job as a result of losing their security clearance over their credit score. So I know that could be a case. That happened to a friend of mine. They didn't lose their job, but they were put on probation. They went through a divorce, and as a result of their divorce, their credit score dropped, and they had to go before like HR. They got a letter. They gave them like 6 months to clean their credit score up. Yeah, they gave him 6 months to get his credit score straight, or he was going to lose his job, and he had to, and the thing was they gave him an opportunity to like show that he was doing it, like he went to a credit counselor because once they saw that it was a divorce, that's there's certain things that they're like, okay, you went through a divorce, we understand, but we need to see that you're doing things to be proactive. And they gave him 6 months. I mean, for him to get his credit back to, they didn't expect it to get to a 750, but he had to show improvement. And they gave him 6 months. But honey, he had to go he had to go to HR. He had to sign off on documents and everything else, child. Child, yes. Yeah, a lot of people, right over there, Goddard Space Center, down to the NASA. Yep. I still think it's pink. All right, y'all. Okay. Let's get to this other stuff. Okay. I didn't expect that to take that long. Well, since we're talking about scammers and stuff, British Williams from Basketball Wives was sentenced to 4 years in jail today for fraud. For fraud. Fraud. Listen. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all out here trying to hold on, let me read it to y'all. In case y'all forgot what the situation was, okay? I got nothing but love for you, baby. And can y'all leave Paris Hilton's baby alone? Y'all talking about that baby. Stop, leave that baby alone. Y'all leave that baby alone. Talking about that baby got a big head. Oh, Erica Mena says she had an affair with DJ Envy. Child, we don't care. We got bigger things to talk about DJ Envy. Child, we don't care about you having an affair with him. She claims she didn't know he was married. Child, we don't care. I mean, I don't care. Y'all might care. I don't care. Hold on, let's talk about British Williams. I'm trying to get to that. But she was sentenced to 4 years. Okay, so child, I have to go back to she pled guilty to 15 felonies. 15 felonies, which included misusing social security numbers, bank fraud, insurance fraud, pandemic-related scams. Y'all know they talking about PPP, and making false statement to the IRS. So on top of the fact that they found out that you was scamming and stealing the money, now they saying that we're gonna get you for not claiming the money on your taxes. Listen. The IRS know they dirty. The IRS know they dirty because the IRS always come behind you after you done already been found that you was illegally getting money through illegal means. Then the IRS gonna get you for not claiming it on your taxes. Excuse me, hello. I cannot claim illegal money, ma'am and sir. Ma'am and sir, I cannot claim illegal money. What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to claim money that I'm making illegally? That don't even make no sense. But the IRS gets you all the time. The IRS gets you all the time. That's it. That's how they got Al Capone. They couldn't get Al Capone for nothing else. Al Capone was out here selling illegal alcohol. He was racketeering. He was beating people up. Okay? He was unaliving people. And they couldn't get him for none of that shit. But because he said he was a janitor, but he was living in a mansion, now all of a sudden, we can find him guilty. I said, you know what? Listen, that baby does have a big head, but ain't nothing wrong with that baby. St. James said your favorite's hair. I said, not with the halo, though. Not with the halo. Listen, y'all leave that baby alone. I be telling my sister that about my nephew. I be like, you know, he got a big head. And she gets so mad. Oh, she be getting mad when I call that baby a big. But he do have a big head. I said, you know it was big. It came out of you. He got a big head. Now, that's my baby. And he had a big head when he was a baby. He's always had a big head. And he got big ears, too. Right, the IRS took down Al Capone. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you mean to tell me they couldn't find... Al Capone is out here doing everything. And I mean everything. And y'all couldn't get him for nothing else but that. So the IRS know they dirty. Right, the IRS is the biggest mafia. They gonna put you in jail for not claiming money you ain't supposed to have. That is the biggest scam. Auntie Dee. She didn't call that baby a bobblehead. So anyway, British Williams going to jail now. Somebody said that's fair time, baby. She got to do, what's that, 75%? You got to do at least 75% of your fair time. Isn't it 75% or is it 85%? Maybe it's 85% of fair time, but baby, she going to be there for a minute. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for her baby. You know, I feel bad for the baby, but listen, you was out here trying to, listen, that's why I keep telling y'all can't be living by these people and this lifestyle that they want to show y'all. It's not real. It's built on tissue paper. 85%. Thank you, Tracy. It's built on tissue paper. Y'all keep out here thinking that these people are buying the latest labels and driving the $200,000 cars and pulling up in these $1 million mansions, and they can't even describe to you what they do for a living. Go back to that first reunion for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and listen to Jen Shaw try to explain what the hell she do. I knew her ass was a fraud then. I didn't know it was going to land her in jail, but I knew it was built on some fraudulent shit. She couldn't even explain it. You ask me what I do for a living, I'm a teacher. That is the full sentence. I am a teacher. That doesn't need any further explanation. I don't need to hem and a haw. I'm a teacher. And when I had a job that wasn't teaching, I would say I'm in education. I'm in education. She could not explain what she do for a living. She could not explain it. I knew then. I said, that's some fraudulent stuff. Y'all gonna keep on living off these people. Y'all gonna keep on letting these people try to convince y'all that they living a life they ain't living. Now her ass is sitting up in jail for 4 years because she wanted to, Fendi, Prada, Louis, Gucci. Right. Instagram have you people living lives that you can't explain. Now all of a sudden, all these clips of DJ Envy trying to explain what he do to people, and people looking at him like this. You want me to invest thousands and thousands of dollars in something you can't even explain to me how I'm supposed to get my money back? You can't even explain how I'm supposed to get my money back? I'm sorry. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Speaking of DJ Envy, let me just go on and get y'all that update. Baby, his lawyer done all but confirmed that he is cooperating with the authorities, okay? Now, some people might say snitching, some people might say cooperating. Whatever word you choose to use, that's what he doing. Exactly, Natty. Natty is, listen, It's real easy. I do A, B, and C. Sometimes it might be a little D. That ain't come out right. Y'all know what I mean. That ain't come out right. But y'all know what I mean. It's DJ Envy. We talked about that yesterday, Tracy. You was absent yesterday. You must have been busy. You know, Tracy is usually here. So when she not here, I know it's a good reason. I know she out working or something. Because y'all know Tracy is usually here, honey. So when she not here, I know she busy. I know it's real. I know it's real. Mm-hmm. Let me read y'all what DJ Envy, what DJ Envy attorney has said. Megan Cuniff, what's up, Cookie? If y'all don't remember that Megan Cuniff is the attorney that was dogging the hell out of Tory Lanez. She said, I just got off the phone with DJ Envy's lawyer. She's a journalist. Massimo D'Angelo. Now, I don't want to sound stereotypical. But his name is Massimo D'Angelo. Now, if I had said his name was Trevor Jackson, y'all be like, oh, he sound black. Right? You would say he sound black. His name is Massimo D'Angelo. He sound like a mafia lawyer. I know that that's probably not a nice thing to say, but he sound like a mafia lawyer. Right, Belize? When it came out my mouth, I knew it ain't sound good. But anyway, let me just... Right. You know. Who says that Envy is one of Caesar Peter's Ponzi scheme victims? See, now he's saying he's a victim, y'all. Obviously, Envy is going to be assisting and cooperating fully. Assisting is the word that I'm stuck on. Assisting, okay? To get not only his money back, but money back for the other victims. Now, let's be clear. Y'all know, like I know, that he don't give a damn about them other victims, but we're going to pretend like he do. D'Angelo says that Envy invested $500K with Pina and didn't even get any money back. He paid out substantial sums similar to some of the other investors who thought they were getting money back. I need to know when he lost this $500,000 because you've been talking about this man for months. Like over the summer, you were still talking about this man was going to make you rich. When did you not get your money? When did you lose your $500,000? That's what I need to know. Because you were still bigging up this dude. You were still bigging up this brother. I need to know when you ain't get your money. But basically, your lawyer said you snitching. And I know snitching ain't a good word. I know people be like, snitching, that's not. I ain't saying, so maybe, I don't want to say snitching, but snitching. He was snitching. Snitching. Y'all, this whole DJ Envy situation is ugly. And I just think it's going to continue to be ugly. It's going to continue to be ugly. I'm late. I have Bible study, but I'm here, sis. Hey, boo. What y'all was studying? What was Bible study about tonight? I miss Bible study. I used to go to Bible study all the time. I miss Bible study. Contrary to what St. James says, we do have Bible study in the house of prayer. Moving on. All right. I don't know how much I care about this, but they say that the City Girls is fighting. Now, I don't know how much I care about this. I don't know how much I care. That the City Girls, they said they got an album that came out that it flopped. They said the album flopped. They said it's moving paper. It's going to sell paper units. I think they said it sold 4,000 to 6,000 units. That's not good. And then allegedly there was some tweets. Yes, Philippians. Oh, okay. Then allegedly there was some tweets this morning where JT was talking about Carisha saying she hated her and that she hoped she would, go somewhere and die. Now, I don't know if those were real tweets. It looked like it was coming from JT's real account, but y'all know they can make up all kinds of stuff. But allegedly they was down to the Instagram fighting, child. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. But one thing I know about JT and Carisha, they're like sisters. So they probably fight like sisters. They might already be somewhere eating crab legs. Child, I don't know. Okay. What salt and pepper song did they redo? See, I don't know nothing about them. Not since you're a black sliding heathen. I don't know about you. And Bob say, listen, I am not a backsliding heathen. Ain't no way to backslide. I never could. Let me shut up. I ain't nobody's heathen. Tracy, did you get my message about your boy at 8 o'clock? Well, first of all, Auntie Didi, they done told us all the good stuff. Well, not good stuff. They done told us everything. She said, I heard that Jada's book not doing so good. I don't know what the book is selling. I was never interested in the book. And I mean, that's just me. I was never interested in the book. They did I'll Take Your Man? Yeah, no, no, ma'am. That's one of my favorite salt and pepper songs. Like, I think that is the favorite for me. I think that is my favorite salt and pepper song. Honestly, I think that is my favorite salt and pepper song. My second favorite is Get Up. JT is the more mature of the two in private. Child, you say she's doing everything she can to move them books. She was just in Baltimore last week, and she was in Atlanta, I think, yesterday. I think Yandy hosted her yesterday. Not the City Girls doing double cardboard like Latasha. Ooh. Okay, Tracy. All right. Jonathan Majors. Now listen. I'd have been up and down and around with this Jonathan Majors situation. We know that Jonathan Majors was accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Shoot, it's been about a year now, right? It's been about maybe 8 or 9 months. I think that happened in like late winter, early spring, maybe. I'm not sure the exact date, but it's been about 8 or 9 months since that had happened. Now, Jonathan Majors has always said from the beginning that he was not the aggressor. He was defending himself. I think that his attorney botched when they dropped the receipts, because for most of us, we were like, those aren't receipts, or that doesn't prove that your client didn't do something. They tried to show that she texted him saying that, she wasn't going to cooperate. Her not cooperating doesn't mean that he didn't do anything. And then they showed pictures of her being at the club later on that day saying if she was so hurt, why was she partying? Child, people do what they do, when and how they do it. But she went on Ayala Van Zant's podcast, child. But I'm going to say this. Once I read what Jonathan Majors said a few months ago when he told his side of it, and he was trying to insist that New York filed charges against her and pressed charges against her for assault. And then we found out that she fled to London. Remember, she left? She fled to London. I started thinking, wait a minute. The fact that they keep pushing his case, they keep kicking that can down the road. For me, and I'm nobody's attorney. Y'all know I didn't go to nobody's law school. Y'all know I didn't. Y'all know I got my law degree from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College. And I have continuing education classes with Pam Esquire. So y'all know I don't know nothing about the law from that capacity. I mean, I don't have no law degree. But for me, the fact that the prosecution was so gung-ho to arrest him, perp walk him, put it all out there, and the fact that they keep postponing his case and keep kicking the can down the street, it made me feel like their case ain't as strong as they thought it was, but they don't want to drop the charges because I think they don't want to look like they got egg on their face. But I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm starting to feel like that Jonathan Majors, I'm starting to feel like he ain't guilty, y'all. Or it was mutual combat. And see, this is what I need us to understand. I need us to get away from the fact that the man is always the aggressor, okay? The man ain't always the aggressor. Sometimes it's mutual combat. Sometimes maybe she came at him and he tried to defend her. And let's be clear, he is a whole Marvel comic. Ain't he in the Marvel universe? Ain't he a superhero? Like, he works out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying this to be funny, y'all. This man is muscular and he's buff and he works out. And if somebody came at him, even if he was just trying to defend himself, he may very well have hurt that woman in defending himself. That don't mean that woman didn't come at him first. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not convinced that Jonathan Majors, that there's not a plausible explanation to this situation. I'm just telling y'all the truth. He is, but he's a villain. Okay, well, listen, villain bigger than the sometimes the villain bigger than the other people. Right, they trying to get somebody to take a plea deal. Well, he didn't already say he ain't taking no plea deal. He didn't already say that. He can't afford to take a plea deal. He can't afford to take a plea deal. How can they have a case as the woman is not here? Because they can choose to continue to prosecute him. I mean, it'll be harder without her testifying, but they can choose to continue to press the charges. So it'll be interesting, you guys. Again, I'm not saying that I ain't saying that the woman lying. I'm just saying that I'm not so convinced. I'm just saying I'm not so convinced that she not lying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the state does it all the time without a victim. If there's no victim, that doesn't mean that they don't push forward. And I think because they made such a big deal about this, and because he's such a because he is so high profile, I think they're very hesitant to drop the charges without. I think they're very hesitant to drop the charges. Yep, he's big, but she woke up hurt from the night before, being out drunk the night before. As a black actor, if Jonathan Major takes a plea deal, that's what I'm saying. He can't afford to take the plea deal. He's got to play this, especially if he feels like there's enough evidence for reasonable doubt. Like, that's all he needs. All he needs is enough people to say, because if he takes a plea deal, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Yeah, the cab driver, from my understanding, the cab driver backed up his story, I believe. Now, again, when things like this happen, you hear so many stories that may or may not be true. So I can't say for a fact that that's what happened, but that's what I think I remember. But you just don't know what's true and what isn't. Wonder why his agent left. Sometimes people jump ship. They think that the ship is getting ready to sink and they jump ship. Maybe the agent was trying to get Jonathan to do something that he wouldn't do it, and the agent was like, "Well, I'm out of here. Like, if I'm trying to tell you what to do to save your career, you're not listening, so I'm not doing it." People leave for different reasons. I don't know if certainly don't know, but it could very well have been, look, I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm your agent. I'm trying to tell you what to do. Also remember that people have lost their careers for just an accusation. And it was bad at first. Y'all remember how bad it was when it first came, when this story first broke? It was bad. So, maybe he was just jumping ship. Maybe he was just jumping ship because it was bad at first. It seems to have kind of leveled off a little bit though. And he's had at least two cases, two dates in court that got kicked down the road. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all. I got one last story, and then we are out of here. And this one, I keep saying I ain't gonna talk about these people, and these people keep giving me a reason to talk about them. Now, this is allegedly. Let me do the rumor alert. Let me put the rumor alert up. Okay, let me put the rumor up. Wait a minute, hold on. Did I just get a cash app? Hold on. Thank you, boo. Thank you for the cash app. You bought me lunch tomorrow. Appreciate you. Got my lunch for tomorrow. Okay. So I'm looking for my, oh, there it is right there. Let me put my rumor alert up before I say this. Now, we talked yesterday about Blueface, getting that $13 million judgment against him. We talked yesterday about Blueface. We talked about Blueface proposing to Stewie. Well, today it looks like Stewie signed a record deal, honey. It looks like she signed her record deal down to the Columbia Records. But then I kept scrolling. And I was over on my girl's Confessions of a Reality Queen Instagram page. That's my girl. And she had some information posted. It came from a website called Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate. Hot Tea. He mad. Tracy, are you? Hold on, y'all. Damn it. Tracy, you recording it? I know Don is. Damn. Well, this is our last story. But I didn't even plug in my other device. I should have plugged in my other device. I knew he was going live. Damn. Because my other device is dead, child. That thing is dead as a doorknob dead. I ain't plugged it in weeks. Okay, my girl. See, Tracy always got me. And you know what, Tracy? We'll just do what we did the last time. You could just upload it as unlisted, and I could just do it that way. Okay. Yeah, we might have a treat tonight. For my white-haired people, child. He live and he mad. We might have a treat tonight. Let me see what he's talking about. Okay. Now, over to Confessions of a Reality Queen Instagram page. Y'all tell her I sent you. Y'all go over there. This is coming from a website called Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate. An Instagram page called Hot Tea, Hot Chocolate. Allegedly, y'all listening to this? Allegedly, Blueface house has a lien on it. And it is set to be auctioned off on November the 14th, 2023. Now, let me read you guys this. I'm going to read y'all to see this. This is where it's coming from. That's the paperwork. I'm not going to read y'all the whole thing. I'm just going to read y'all a little bit of what it says. Okay? It's got her watermark all over it. But notice of trustee sale under a notice of delinquent assessment and claim of lien. You are in default under a notice of delinquent assessment and claim of lien dated January 13th of 2023. Unless you take action to protect your property, it may be sold at public sale. If you need an explanation of the nature of the proceedings against you, you should contact a lawyer. Now, let's be clear, y'all. I can't say for certain that this is that. I'm just reading y'all what it says, okay? Now, I'm going to skip down to where it actually it mentions his name because I had to keep reading. But here's where it says, as the duly appointed trustee under the pursuant of notice of delinquent assessment, official records in the office of the recorder of Los Angeles County, California, the original owner, Jonathan Jamal Porter, the purported current owner is Jonathan Jamal Porter, will sell at public auction to the highest bidder, payable at time of sale in lawful money of the United States by cashier's check drawn by the state or national bank, a check drawn, okay, blah, 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 blah. They even say where the auction going to take place, child. They say it's going to take place behind the fountain located in Civic Center Plaza, and they give you the address. All right and title under said notice of delinquent assessment of the property situated in said county. And then it gives you the address and all that stuff. I'm not going to read the address. The undersigned trustee claims any liability for any incorrectness of the street address. Okay, da. Now, in that interview with Jason Lee, he did say he had two houses. So this may very well be a house that he doesn't live in anymore. He doesn't use anymore. But he did say he had two houses. He had the house that he was living in with Krishan, and then he had the house that Jaden, that his baby mama was living in. Now here's the other part of the document, and it is showing. I mean, I know y'all, it's not clear. Again, it has the watermarks. I don't want to, but it says right here, that the auction gives you the address of where the auction is going to take place. It says that the auction date is November the 14th of 2023. The filing date was October the 5th of 2023. It's a trustee sale. This says the last date of transfer. So this house was purchased in 2019, allegedly, according to this paperwork. The house was built in 2018. It's a single family residence. Number of bathrooms 5, number of bedrooms 5. Notice of default. Current land value is $525,000. Current improvement value is $786,000. And then the transfer value, it says the transfer value is $1.2 million. Now again, the final judgment amount is $854,000. So the judgment was $854,000, but I guess the house is valued at $1.2 million. It's a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, and it is in California. I'm gonna post this on my community wall under members only. I'll post so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I'll post it under members only. Only because it has watermarks and stuff on it. I'll post it under members only. Okay, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Now, this is all allegedly. This is all a rumor. I ain't seen nobody else picking this up, so I can't say that this paperwork is 100% legit. We know people can falsify paperwork all the time, but I'm telling you what it say. Okay. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for the Cash App. Please hit that like button on your way out the door. It is much, much appreciated. Okay, y'all? Peace.